Alright, what is the letter Z? But first, throwback. Let's go back to the letter N. So I made a video about the letter N and what that represents to me, as in my own personal download. So the letter N, as I broke down, is actually 880 degrees of knowledge. So you got the first line representing 90 degrees and the second line to create the final, symbol, which is the N with the remaining, 90 degrees. So by mirror flip it, and that's the 180 degrees of knowledge, as I called, and it's in. That's the letter N again. Go watch that previous video that I made. So how do I connect the Z with it? The Z is nothing other than the letter N. Again, if you switch the angle, the degree, if you switch it, you can actually see that the shape is the same. If the shape is the same, that means they're one and the same. So you still got 90 degrees of angle, excuse me, in the Z as well, top, and 90 degrees at the bottom. So look, that's an angle, right? That's the right angle. So first right angle, and then with the second line, that's the other right angle. Again, another 90 degrees of knowledge, as I say. So both combined, the letter N and the letter Z, are 360 degrees of knowledge. And why does that fits into my previous download? Because the letter Z is the last letter of the alphabet, and it fits the last letter of the alphabet, and it gives you 360. It makes sense because it means that it's coming full circle, and when you think about the circle, it comes to mind, of course, the totality, or the perfect shape, or everything within that. The number 0, which I call to be, in my opinion, is the number, I don't want to say the number, and discriminate towards the other number. It's the balance somehow, I broke it down. I don't want to go again talking about this, watch my previous videos. But yeah, that's how I see it, and it totally makes sense. So you go from A to Z, a bit like, the company Amazon, their logo is Amazon, and you have the arrow that goes from A to Z, right? So, and also the beginning and the end are one and the same, although there is no beginning and there is no end, so they are the same. And why I say that, because the A and the Z in this case, but the way I break it down, I want the same, because if the Z represented 360 degrees of knowledge, the end of it, the totality, right? The A does too. And why? Because if you look at the Masonic emblem of the letter A, so you take the A, so that's the compass. This one, the two lines, that represent the compass. And then you go, which creates, the whole A, it's the square. This is the square. So you have to be aware of the A and what the square and compass is, research it yourself. I mean, I'm not gonna draw it now, but it makes sense. And compass and square represents heaven and earth. The compass, which is the circle, the totality, represents heaven, perfect shape again, or sphere, like the sun. We can call it a sphere, right? The luminous star that we have up there. And the earth is represented by, again, the square. So to me, makes a lot of sense. And the download that I had is interesting because I had it while watching an image of Anu, which is called, recognized as the Most High. You know who the Most High is. Like, it's referred as, God. Right, in the Bible and all like that. So, and what's fun is that I was reading about it, and the page was buffering, and when the page was buffering, it created a circle, right? You know how it does. The computer when it's buffering, and the circle was right in the middle here of the forehead of the image of Anu, and that's when I had this download, right, of this Z. I said, wow, it makes sense, because if you look at the word Anu, An means heaven, by the way, in ancient Sumer. So if you look at Anu, the word N and U are in as well. Like in the word Nut, I made a video as well about Nut, the energy of Nut, right? So I thought, wow, this is a direct connection, like straight divine connection with Anu, the Most High, the God of this galaxy. Let's put it that way. And of course, there's the A again, which is the unity of heaven and earth, the Masonic A, with the G in the middle representing God or Goddess, whichever way you want to see it, but make it suitable for the information that I'm giving you for these downloads. I'm not here talking about, oh, God is a woman or God is a man. At the end of the day, we're talking energy, we're talking codes, we're talking symbolism. We're not necessarily taking sides. That's not the case now. But yeah, the A represent what I just said. The N again is the degrees of knowledge, and the U is coming from above down here to go back up. That's just as simple as that. What's the Z as well? It's Dragon Ball Z, which is nothing other than you being as your best version of yourselves, the unity, the alignment of the 7 chakras, the 7 spheres that Goku has to find. Goku, remember, is a science. Science, what does it sound like? Science. So the science is to align the chakras in order to reach here, which today, I'll call it Aina, or Aina means Aina chakra in Sanskrit. Aina is the eye, or today I will call it Anu because of the personal download that I had, which sounds very similar. Aina, Anu, at the end of the day, truth can come together like that, right? So yeah, that's some stuff. So, and what does Goku do, or whoever look for those spheres, those chakras, is able to evoke who? The dragon, which is Tahuti. Tahuti is the dragon, the green dragon at that. So yeah, so that was my download about the letter Z and the letter A as well, and what they represent, really. That's all. I'll leave it at that.